chicken chips.
You hungry?
Yes.
Ah, cooking.
No.
Thank you. Nope. Nope.
Babe, look what I found.
Huh? Ooh.
$12.
Really?
Yeah.
No. This is the last one.
Oh, they're really good nick as well.
No more.
Gotta remove those.
Look. You want any more?
I'm proud of you. Shall we walk away from the top?
Up to the top.
Top, and then all the way down to the bottom? Any books you're keen on?
The kids' ones are at the back. That looks good.
That's a notebook.
A notebook. You could write your letters in there.
Anything? No? Alright, moving on. Thank you.
Daddy.
Hey Jane, look. How you go?
Daddy, he spray design.
Yeah.
Yikes!
Put it in the bag. Let's go.
1, 2, 4, 5.
Go.
One side.
Now we've done the end already. We're in the middle. What have we got so far?
What?
Got some cars. What's the most interesting thing in the bag so far? What do you reckon? Can you pull it out? What's the most interesting thing?
To me it's this.
What movie?
Wait, no, this one.
Done. And I have said that I don't like going to markets, but we've come back a few times, and every time we come back, we pick up something. Call me converted. Am I converted? Am I a market sourcer now? I'm gonna start turning this side of the house into a sorting area. Currently it's got all our camping gear. So first thing that's gotta go, it's a lot of that crap. We've thrown a lot of stuff away already. Having a dumpster is good, but we fill it up a bit too quickly. So most jobs need to be done over several days, which is okay. It also means that it's not physically taxing. I reckon if I put aside an hour a day over 2 weeks and get this bin tipped and then do it again over 2 weeks, we'll slowly see the space shift into something that looks more streamlined. I think is probably what we're going for. So the aim would be to have that side area as a sorting place. Come back home, dump all the stuff there, stuff the photograph, goes into the garage, and essentially the garage will just be shelving, and then that stuff in the side of the house will just be where, just the in-between stuff that we don't have time to get to, or probably where we put all the bulk lots where we get them listed on Marketplace to move so that they don't make it into the garage, because usually when they make it into the garage they leak around. I start putting stuff on the floor in between the shelves, and that's not good because I'm trying to make it so that all the walkways are clear, and then we can go back to looking to hire someone again. Alright, let's show you what we picked up at the flea market yesterday. That's the whole bag. Those are the shoes for Jen. Photograph them tomorrow. We also got some sneakers to look at. Shut up, Randy! Gotta clear more walking space. Should probably deal with that first before going to that. So this is what I picked up from the flea market yesterday when I took Noah to go for a bit of a hunt. Most of these cars are $1. I think a couple of them we paid $2 for. Like these Transformers we paid $2. This was $5. This was $5. This was $5. And that was $1. Yeah, pricing is really random at the flea market. Hot Wheels cars, all of them were $1. For me, I'm usually just hunting for Hot Wheels cars because nobody knows how to price them, and because most of the stores, what I've noticed is they don't have big buckets of Hot Wheels. They just have a small tray, and when they get into conversation about this is $1 but that one is $2 and $3, the buyers just get disinterested and they go, I don't really want to talk. I don't know, because there's no certainty, right? And you want to know you're getting a deal. You want to know that all of it's won. Great. Here are the ones I won. Will you do 5 for $4 kind of thing? So the Hot Wheels cars that I'm looking for usually are cars that either have a special feature, they are either made by a special manufacturer, or they have some sort of resemblance to a real life car that's sought after. So here's an example. This is a Pierce fire engine. This one goes for $10. Paid $1 for that. Where's another one? This is a Toyota Ruckus or a Scion XB. This goes for between $6 to $8. Paid $1 for that. This is, I think, a 92 Mustang. Yep, 92 Mustang. But this is the mystery models version, I think. And it's in that sort of the Hot Wheels racing kind of color with that black. We've also seen this in like the blue and the white. So this goes for $10, even in this condition with a chip on the top. Windshield's clear. That's what we're looking for. We want to look for essentially sniper clarity, where if you can shoot through the windshield and see through to the other end, that's a good indicator of a good condition car. Chevy Novate goes for between $6 to $8 in this condition. This is essentially brand new, and we paid $1 for that. The real sort of ones like Shelby. This is a Shelby Cobra, but it's the fatbacks version. Looks really chunky. Displays forward. This one's there are people who just collect this range of cars. You've got the fatbacks, you've got the Chargers, you've got the Supras. So this one will go for between $8 and $10. We have Tomica Dodge Coronet. So Tomicas are interesting because they look more real than Hot Wheels. If you put them side by side, you see what I mean. I'll try the other camera. You see? This looks more real life. The Tomicas, even with some damage, they tend to go for between $20 and $30 purely because there's someone wanting just to collect them. Smaller market of collectors, they do pay up for the items as well. But yeah, longer sell through. We have... I'm trying to go through the real cars before I go through the fake cars. I should have laid this out a bit more methodically. Mini Cooper. So my store Mini Cooper. Wheels look kind of fake because my store don't do really good wheels. You compare them to Hot Wheels wheels, right? Even the Hot Wheels wheels, at least there's a bit of a concave to them that makes them look more contoured. This one's just like flat and printed. But even this goes for between $6 to $8 because it is a desirable color. It's that British kind of racing green. So that's that. Beetles. That's right. We had Beetles. So we have a classic Beetle and we have a Baja Beetle. Both of these will go for between $5 to $6. Lots of Beetles in circulation. If they're in great condition, they sell faster. They don't necessarily sell for more money, but they do sell. And if you pay $1 for it, why not? And given that you see them so often as well, if you pick up the ones in good condition, you already know what they are. You don't really have to comp them, do a whole bunch of research. It's essentially a minute to photograph, a minute to list. R32 Skyline. This one goes for between $10 to $15. This was only $1 as well. This is a step side pickup. So Matchbox pickup trucks look more accurate than the Hot Wheels ones. They've got even the fenders. They're closer aligned with what they look like in real life compared to Hot Wheels, including the wheel size. Initially, I thought the wheels should be bigger, but then I realized, wait, these trucks are actually huge and the wheels are usually not that big. So this should go for between $10 and $20. And now we're on to special edition stuff. So, nope, I'm going to go with stuff that resembles a real car, starting with buses. So this is the Surfin school bus, really sought after casting as far as buses are concerned. Normal buses look boring. These are cool looking buses, and they've got really cool prints on the top of them as well. If all the prints are in good condition, you can expect to see between $6 to $10 each. These are first edition ones. This is the Fandango, but it's the Yu-Gi-Oh version. See? So this one we're looking at $10 to the right buyer, clear windshield as well, and also the color on the wheels. This is just printed on, so therefore with enough play on tracks where they rub on the sides, or even just chucking them in boxes and stuff, this stuff actually scrapes off pretty easily. It'll look like that. So the fact that all of that hasn't been scraped off kind of shows you collector car has been mostly on display rather than played with. Should be able to get close to $10 for that. This one is the Chevy SS. I don't see this car very often. $5 car, probably. This one is 69 Cheville, another $5 car. This one is a GT500, also another $5 car. This is the La Troca. La Troca is really cool because it looks like the old Chevy GM pickup trucks, and very much printed on like what's the words? I can't think of the word for it now. The words to describe this culture. It's like Latina, like Ramon from Cars, like that kind of. Let me know in the comments what's the word to describe this. But the print, all the fonts and stuff reminiscent of that, the rims. Anyways, Los Angeles kind of downtown culture. I don't know. You guys let me know what that word is. Didn't mean to offend anybody. I just can't think of the word to describe this culture of vehicle. But sought after, and also the the culture that gold actually looks good on. Gold in a lot of other applications looks really bad, and it looks out of place, looks dated. This actually makes sense. So if you've got collections with lots of gold casting on it, usually involves vehicles like this. And this is one of those really nice ones too. Yeah, here's an example. Gold rims. Doesn't look nice. Silver rims would have been a lot better. Chrome, but nope. They decided to go with the gold. So slightly larger. Oh wait, we'll go with this one. These are color changing cars where they change color by touching. See, I've just held my hand on it and it's changed. So warm water makes the color go lighter. There you go. So these ones, they are not normal cars, but they don't resemble real life cars, but we picked them up because of the functionality, and they do get between $5 to $8 depending on who wants them. And buyers overseas who collect them actually will pay the $5 plus international shipping for those ones as well. Same one here. I think this one's color shifting as well, if I'm not wrong. Yep, there you go. This one was interesting. This is a red line. I think it's a Chevy. No, it's a GM panel, 55 GM panel van. So this one goes for $40 in the packet, out of the packet between $20 and $30. $1, red line. Goes to show, when people accumulate stock and they put it out for sale, sometimes people say, yeah, I know how to sell Hot Wheels. When they find out that I sell Hot Wheels, they go, yeah, I look for the red lines. Red line, in near mint condition. Dollar bin. And in fact, a dollar bin where the guy goes, $30, take the whole box. I'm like, nah, I just want a few, selected few. Going through the flea market, it was a great opportunity to talk to Noah about how people price items. Because I said to him, if someone says to me, everything's $1, we'll pick. But if they go, everything's $1, we'll buy, $5 for $4, I have to pick 5. And I don't like to have to pick 5, especially if I don't really want 5. And so I would just go, if you're going to make me pick something that I don't want to buy any, Then we went past a place where they said, oh, $20 for the whole box. And Noah goes, why don't we buy that box? And I go, because we only want 5 cars, in which case we're actually paying how much for a car? And he goes, $4. Like, yeah. Do we really want to pay $4 a car? No, $1. See? So whilst you may get a lot of stuff for $20, if you only wanted, four or five items in there, it's not really worth buying the whole box. And you have to be disciplined. Otherwise, you end up spending money to take home crap that you don't really want. Really good to be able to watch different people price things differently. And I think compared to eBay, where people can see everybody's pricing in a single screen or on Terapeak, going to a flea market is actually a great way to learn about pricing, because people set up stores as they arrive. Of course, you've got some, OGs who get specific spots, but even then they still turn up to lock down those spots. The guy on the first row at the very top of the market is not going to be very aware of the pricing of the guy on the bottom row 10 rows down. So you do get to see a lot of, just in an hour, walking through the various rows, observing how people price things, why they price things the way they do. If you go to the flea market, 4 weeks in a row, you'll notice the people who are there regularly, who are not, who holds their pricing, who is willing to be flexible in pricing, who prices in order to negotiate, who prices intending for things to be flat rate, in which case then, if you stare at them long enough, you'll understand perhaps there's another reason why they think they can make sales apart from pricing, which is generally the focus of going to a market. There was actually one store that I found quite interesting where, I was drawn to it because there was a lady speaking in Cantonese, and I was like, ooh, and she was really loud. But when I get to the store, it was a Cantonese lady, a Greek guy, and I think I couldn't figure out the ethnicity of the other guy, but he was white. Long story short, they've realized that in order to capture the most market, screw pricing, we just do the multicultural thing, and it worked. Lots of people at that store. The Asians obviously went to the Asian lady who spoke Cantonese. Even those who didn't want to speak Cantonese or just wanted to deal with an Asian woman went there. This isn't racism. This is just relatability. And relatability helps sales. Those who wanted to deal with the Aussie men dealt with them. And you could see that just by having 3 different people, you had 3 queues, and they were queues that were already quote unquote triaged to make a conversion. So I thought that was really cool. Just watching them, there was very little haggling as well. It was just, yeah, I know what you want, like grab, exchange, grab, exchange. Do you have this? Do you have this kind of thing? Rather than, will you take, 3 for 5? Point being is, if you feel stuck in your ability to compete because you feel like there's one metric that if you don't compete on that metric, you're stuck. It could be pricing, it could be number of photos, it could be your range. There's always something else. Marketing is such a robust exercise that if you struggle to differentiate, oftentimes it's because you're being limited in your view of how to reach your potential buyer. And if you find that you still are stuck, despite cracking your head and writing notes and watching YouTube videos and talking to people about how to reach your target buyer, guess what? You can always choose a different group of buyers as well. It's very rare that an item, put it this way, even drugs, medicine that is meant for a specific use case can be used for a illegal use case. Point being that even with something so specific to cure one disease, one condition, made for one purpose, people can still find ways to repurpose it for other uses. That's essentially the point, that items so general as clothing, toys, electronics that you're picking up to make a profit on, you can always find people who will want it that are in different target buyer groups that you've never thought about before. So if you're done brainstorming how you can approach your current target group, brainstorm other target groups and then start that process again. And if the moment you see a clear path forward to getting that customer, that makes it worth the effort of all that thinking. And if you find thinking hard alone, join a good community like our Discord community, where we can have these discussions live in our Hangouts and actually go through, hey, have you thought about targeting these people, those people? The way you get them is to increase your prices. Those people seem to be more interested in fashion. Great example. Those people seem, if you're going down the pricing route and the pricing route is hurting you because you're struggling with making money that way, go for the people who value prints, who value specific designs. Simple changes could be raising the prices and then changing your titles to highlight the prints more than the item. And then after that, maybe the first photo you might decide to make it the print in focus rather than the actual item, so that people actually click on it and go, I like that print. What is it on? T-shirt, long sleeve, short sleeve. Those clicks might lead to your listing being boosted higher up in the search as well because it's getting engagement. Things like that. Those are the kind of discussions that you would have within a productive reseller community, like the one we've got, which the link is in the description and all around the channel. So if that would be useful, come join us. So go to the flea market to learn about pricing. It is a fantastic way to shrink down, I suppose, this world of commerce into a small space where people don't rinse and repeat. Everybody has their own thing that they think will work. All right, moving on. I don't know what this sells for. It was just interesting and it was $1. And it's one of those troll-like looking things from 1992. It's made by Hasbro. If I don't ever get to comping it and somebody in the comments wants to let me know what this is, feel free. I don't know what this is. All I know is that trolls sell for money and this was $1. I cannot not make money. These, I think it's Art Asylum. Yep. So Art Asylum make really accurate die-cast models. And this one is from, I think, Mark Racer. This is Mark 9 Speed Racer. These ones go for, I've sold this particular car, missing wheels, for $9 plus $29 shipping to the United States. So therefore, it stands to reason that something complete with wheels, even with mild rusting within the axle, should sell for $30 plus $30 shipping. And I'll update you guys on with the comps of that as well once it sells. It doesn't take long. This is interesting. This was actually sitting at a stall that I walked past because the first thing I saw in that stall was dirty, and I was like, and I just kind of walked past the whole store. We ended up going back through that row again because we thought we hadn't covered it, and we walked past and I saw this at the other end of the store because it came from a different direction. If you're walking past a store and you see something dirty, still check out the rest of the store is my point, because this is clean. Look at it, it's quite clean. But it goes to show also, I guess, we have biases that if I create a store, let's say I do toy cars, you guys know that I do toy cars, and my brain carries over the things that I see to other listings. If this person takes good photos, I expect good photos across the board. That's the way my mind works. And clearly, I nearly missed out on an opportunity to make money because I assumed that everything in that person's stall was going to be bad, dirty, gross. But I was wrong because you can make the other way. We saw this. And this is Mac from Pixar Cars. Inside, he's also got mini cars, which I'll open and show you guys in a bit. The transporter goes for $20 on eBay. Each car goes for $2 on eBay individually. If you can be bothered waiting and do like a variation listing where people select the characters they want and combine shipping. There are characters that go for up to $20 individually. In here, there are $10 figures. So I opened it, looked at it. All right, I'll take out some of the ones that are rare and I'll just substitute back. I've got spares lying around here of the more common ones. As long as there's no duplicates, I should be able to sell this full of cars with the truck for $40. They look like that, essentially. And they're tiny things. See? Really, really tiny things. And most of the cars are in really good condition. Look, barely any scratches except for the corner chips, which you expect from cars being dropped. There were cars in here from a specific instance in a movie, like this one's from the Thunder Hollow Demolition Derby. These cars, if I bundle a collection of 5 together, I can get $30. So I'll take these ones out. Mater's a fairly common one, so he's going to stay in there. This transforming one is very scuffed, so he's going to stay in there. I'll take this one out and make another bundle because this is a duplicate. The other side, we've got Todd. Todd goes for $10 on his own. We've got this red one. I think it's the Racing Red Mater. This goes for, I think, $6 to $8. This can go with the McQueen you saw before. Special edition Silver Lightning McQueen. This goes for $10. So, another Thunder Holo card that goes with the other one from the Demolition Derby. Yep. So this whole thing, $5. Would have totally missed it if we didn't walk back again and I had made an assumption. So if you're going to go to a flea market, recognize how random it is and do proper inspections. Unless you go there regularly enough that you... Actually, I'm not even going to say that because I know that if you go regularly, if the sellers themselves are random, and Matilda loves calling me out for over-analyzing things, but that's how you learn, right? To me, like, I like to know at what point your thinking breaks. Even if you go to the market regularly, the fact that there are people there who will put dirty shoes and tools with clean toys tells you that you cannot assume anything and you just have to go store by store and check them out. Maybe pricing is probably the only thing consistent, but even then there were some places we went to where the pricing was way off. Like the pricing was like some things were really cheap and some things were ooh. We walked past a stall. I picked up a Bratz doll. I looked at the guy and I go, how much for this? He goes, 10. And then he had this kid there going, 10 cents. And I'm like, mate, I knew it was $10. Your dad knew it was $10. It's definitely not 10 cents. And, Dad and I had a bit of a chuckle because, kids are like, 10 cents is a lot of money. So, yeah, I think you just have to go to every store. If there's an item of interest, just ask. And I think that's what you also see with a lot of the YouTubers who go to markets as well. They will ask for any items that are of interest to them because you just never know what number you'll get back and what number you'll be bargaining from. Thomas trains, you'll notice there are a few here. 1, 2, 3. Thomas trains for me are a no-brainer because the general ASP for Thomas trains is $10. So if they're like $1 or $2, I just pick them up. So this was $1. This one sells for $8. $1. This one sells for 10. This was $2. Sells for 10. Goku figurine. This one I think I picked it up because it had like the licensing on it. So this one was from 2001. Maker of Dragon Ball Z passed away recently. Rest in peace. But yeah, lots of people wanting to add more of these figurines to their collection. This was only $1. Don't see it selling for 10, maybe 5, maybe 6. Something just to add some sort of sell through to the store. Digimon figurines. These ones actually do quite well. These ones will be between $5 to $10 each. But if you bundle them together, you can still get that, $5 to $10 multiplied by the quantity. The values don't go down because they're quite rare, and it's very unlikely that you're selling it to someone who already has a massive collection of them wanting to only add one. If you see these figurines and don't know what they are, look underneath. If they've got magnets, they are called Tech Deck Dudes. They sell with skateboards. I've got a whole box of them. That's why I picked this up. So I paid $1 for this, but this together with a skateboard will go for 10. And usually someone in the States will buy multiples of them, combined shipping, because these are really popular in the US, where the skating scene is still very, very strong. These are Transformers one-step changes. And by one step, I literally mean harvester plower thingy. Oops, sorry. Harvester plower thingy. Flip up. Thunderhoof. So these guys go for between 15 and $20, depending how sought after they are. Always pick them up. This was $1. This is Optimus Prime, and I think from memory, you flip his head because there's a clip that holds him in, and you just go. Ta-da. One-step changes, very popular with the kids. They do sell, and they sell rather quickly too. Also, if you're gonna, when you pose them, just remember that there are grooves that they fit in. So if you look here, I'm not sure if you can see, there's a groove there and a bit of a clip point. You need to put it in there so that it stays in place. Otherwise, it's going to flop all over the place and not look like it's properly transformed. See? And also, make sure all the wheels are still there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Very common mistake for people who buy Transformers is they'll pick them up going, oh, it transforms, it's great, the arms and legs are there, but the wheels are not there. And it looks really weird when it's missing a wheel. So always make sure the wheels are there. Other thing, Pixar cars for me, average ASP also is $10 each. So this one, Aerofoil Finn McMissile goes for 20. Even if the foils are still a bit bent, as long as you can stand up, goes for 20. Mater goes for 10. Common character, but goes for 10. What else do we pick up? Lightning McQueen, this one goes for 5. It's a bit dented, it's a common character, but tends to be bought with others. Blaze Trucks, average ASP is between $15 to $20. the die-cast ones in particular. And the way you tell is if there are corner chips. I know, we want it to be mint condition. If it feels heavy in the hand, it feels cold to touch, it's probably metal. And looking for corner chips tells you that if they're metal and painted on, that'll happen. Plastic doesn't chip that way. Skylanders. This one is Pit Boss. This one sells for 20 bucks. I've sold all those Skylanders that I bought from the op shop, I think a month ago, maybe a bit longer than a month ago. I think we got pretty close to 800 bucks in total, but we only spent, I think, 60. Will I buy them again? Only if I can pick them individually. I'm not going to do the bulk lot thing. I know that there are some people, when they get into certain categories, they get excited by finding the BOLO. And then after that, they go hunting for bulk lots to try and find more of the BOLOs without acknowledging that they are building up this mass of common stuff that doesn't move. When I was doing Skylanders, I picked up the bulk lots, and my logic has always been to learn. Granted, I probably wasn't as disciplined as I could have been, because at one point towards the end, I was giving away to friends of mine complete chess sets of pieces. Meaning, you know, there's that, I can't remember, there's like a ninja character with his leg kind of kicked out the way. I'll find a screenshot of it. I would have, 8 of them across as pawns, and I'd have, various other characters to represent the chess sets. And essentially, I'd have the Spirits Adventures one as one color because the bases were green. Then I have the Giants one as another color of set because the bases were orange. And then essentially there would be, 18, 16, 32 pieces, right? Complete chess sets just to go. You guys want the chess set? Like, here are these pieces. And the people were just like, yeah, cool, they look cool. So that's how much I had left over. Just the clear space, I would give them away because I already made my money 10x over on the rare stuff, but it still took up space. So yeah, would I pick them up? Would I pick up bulk lots just to hunt for the treasures? No. If I can see them individually, I would. So that's Skylanders for me, despite having reignited my love for them, supposedly. These bigger Pixar cars are, they go for like 20 to 30 bucks because they've got that, wobbly kind of suspension because they're meant to be off-road. Essentially, you've got a rotating point here and the wheels wobble this way, so it mimics like the feel of a suspension. What I like about it is because it's not a spring-based suspension, it doesn't rust. So even if they're really scuffed on the outside, like for Hot Wheels, for example, if I see a really scuffed Hot Wheels car, I get concerned because I wonder whether the axles are going to even roll because they're rusty and been played outside. This can be played outside and you'll still get really smooth rolling action. So this goes for between 20 and 30 bucks. It's from the Radiator Springs 500.5 series. Essentially, not really a series, like a storybook. There's an episode on Disney Plus. Go look it up. Radiator Springs 500.5. This one requires a bit of cleaning, as you can see. But why would you pick this up, John? Well, it was only $1, but that's not the reason. Once I remove the tape, when I get to it, I'll show you guys a screenshot of what it looks like. If I press the button here, this flips over into a gun like this, and these doors also flip down as guns. These doors flip out. So essentially, press, guns, close back. This actually sells for $40 plus international shipping to the States. This doesn't sell locally. So that's for $1, definitely worth it. And judging from the print, it's all very much intact. I just have to clean up some of the marker that this kid has put on it because kids are gross and they don't value their stuff. Brad's scooter, not complete. This goes for like 10 bucks. Paid $1 for it. Nothing more to say about that. $5 transformer, that should go for 20 bucks. Also another one of those one-step changer ones. I think I have to pull the head forward. Is that it? Nope. Ah. There we go. So these are from the Rescue Bot series, I think, or I think this is Rescue Bot. So these go for 20 bucks. $5 to 20, can't complain. Obviously, I'd rather 1 to 20, but 5 to 20, I'll add it to the store. This is, I think, a 155 scale Hot Wheels car. So it's not the size of a standard Hot Wheels car, as you can see. It's bigger. These are the special editions that came out for the Fast and the Furious movie. This is the one that I think Roman drives. It's the Eclipse convertible. $1. This goes for $30, usually with international shipping, usually to South America. So be prepared. This, if you just have it with international shipping, but you wipe out like, Brazil, Mexico, Chile, it will not sell. But if you add those countries, it sells within a week. These guys love these cars because I think they also featured in that country as well. Very popular in that region because it's featured a lot in the Fast and Furious series. Yeah, clear windshield. Also, hasn't been squashed yet, surprise, surprise, despite being chucked into a box of other cars. So $1 to $30. This made me happy. $5 for a bag. These are the 3.75 Marvel Universe figurines. Don't care for the Batman. Batman looks fake actually. Is he fake? He's articulated. Oh no, it's legit. So I'm guessing Batman's gonna go for like $5 to $10 because I think this is meant to fit into a car. Looks like he fits into a car. Knees can bend, but can't really pose much either way. At least his eyes are centered. The worst thing with some of these smaller action figures is the eyeballs are like one's here and one's like there. It looks like they have lazy eye. So that, not really of interest. It were these two guys. So he had like multiple $5 bags of action figures, and the pricing was a bit weird. It was like neither here nor there. But these guys, Spider-Man, Iron Man, multiple variants, multiple suits. They tend to go for good money because people like to complete their suit collections. This is I think this is the symbiote one that goes for $20 if all that marking, the spider print, is intact. This one will probably go closer to $15. This one is in great condition. Classic suit goes for between $15 to $20 as well. So we've got that $5, $30. This was like $1 to maybe $5 kind of deal, but couldn't not pick it up because it's essentially fully articulated, but it's from that DC Supergirls range that isn't as popular. Nonetheless, if I don't sell it, I'll just give it to my daughter. Yes, this is bootleg. This is a bootleg transporter for the King. If I have the front truck, it goes for $30 with the King in it. There we go. He's got him just lying around there. Fits in the back. See? The good thing is I do have the front part, but the back parts that I've had from bulk lots that have come with the front part, all this paper has already scratched off. So I picked this up because the print was in great condition and they only wanted $1 for it. So it'll help me to complete one of my sets. Now, this is probably the thing that most people won't pick up because it's really awkward to ship. But this is Jackson Storm's transporter, and it does this. There you go. So this one there's a TV screen where he simulates races. You can open up like that, and you can simulate the race, as he turns. It's also got a launching pad here where you can put him here and then tip him forward into this part where they do their diagnostics and stuff. And there's a little launching pad here. This actually connects to track. So essentially, if kids have the playset, which some of them do, they will be able to connect the tracks to here and then go launch it. Yeah, so this complete with Jackson Storm goes for $40. I paid $5 for this. Very happy about that. So yeah, that's what we picked up at the flea market. Very, very happy with it. As you can see, we're looking at, on average, about a 10x return, which I'm quite happy with. Most of this stuff I've already sold before, and it's just nice to be able to see it again. I think I am going to go more regularly. It is on a Sunday, so it does clash with church, which is annoying. We do go, church starts at like 10, so we were thinking maybe we'd go at like 8, because they open at 8, go at 8 in the morning before going to church, or come by after when it's lunchtime. This time we went very close to, we were there from 11 till 12:30. Towards the end when shops were already closing. Still picked this up towards the end of the day, which goes to show not everyone's hunting, and those who are there hunting are clearly not hunting for what I'm hunting. Yeah, let me know in the comments if I missed an item that you were interested in that I didn't cover. I mean, you can see the whole table. There's like a vintage wrestling figurine here that I have no idea will go for what, but I'm guessing Google Lens will tell me what to expect for this. So yeah, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the markets, hopefully. Again, expect it.